Alright. You know what? Let's just leave the dishes in the sink and take out the garbage tomorrow. Let's play video games and binge Netflix and stuff. The chores are a future you problem, right? Let's just procrastinate and leave it to that guy. Let's just procrastinate on everything. Let's just procrastinate on this work project. We can panic about it later and do everything right before the deadline, right? There's always tomorrow, right? So enjoy today, live a little. You can only live once. Be present, YOLO. Right? You know who will hate you for that? Of course, your future self. Do you want your future self to love you? Well, you better show some love for your future self first. In other words, do you want to live a more carefree, joyful, happy and productive life? If yes, then what are you doing treating your future self like crap all the time? Let's do a radical mindset shift. Let's set our future selves up for success and let's make that guy happy by liking and subscribing, you know, for the algorithm and stuff. Welcome to the ToasterBotnet, where I babble about random things until you either get bored or hit the subscribe button. In the past, I always used to procrastinate on basically everything, on every damn thing. I just postponed and ignored chores, work, bills, responsibilities, problems, deadlines, and every time later I regretted not doing something earlier. Every time I hated my past self, every time I cursed a bit, and I blamed myself for being a lazy idiot. Everything changed when I changed the way I think. I approached life with a different mindset. Instead of burdening my future self with all this stuff, I decided to do favors for my future self. I decided to treat my future self with love, respect, and try to make him happy and pleased with me. And basically see my future self not as a person who will do all the shit I don't want to do today, but actually someone who is a friend and who needs help and who will be very thankful if I lift some burdens off his shoulder. So studies have actually shown that we usually have an emotional disconnect here. Our future self registers as a stranger in our brain. Like if you think about your future self, you don't see yourself as the same person. Like basically the neurons in your brain are firing up that categorize this person as a stranger. We need to start thinking about us in the future differently. We need to treat our future self with as much love as possible. We need to train our brain to connect the dots between our current actions and the positive outcomes for our older selves. But I'm not only talking about stop procrastinating here. That's of course the inevitable outcome, or a side effect, of course, to say the least. But there's more to it. I started doing favors for my future self all the time, and my life just got exponentially better. So let's talk about this concept a bit more in depth. And then we will go over the benefits and then some examples what you can do to make your future self happy. Okay, let me explain a bit here, because this involves more than you might think. Treat your future self like your best friend. Really picture in your mind how your future self will be thankful for what you did. Always keep in mind that you will wake up tomorrow and how glad you will be that this or that or whatever is already done and you don't have to worry about it. Always picture this, and don't forget to always thank your past self too. And this way you train your brain to basically delay gratification and get shit done. You have to do the backwards forward shift. Always connect the dots in your brain so you really connect the actions of today to the outcomes in the future. Just shift your mindset. Instead of thinking what you want to do right now, maybe that's video games or watching movie or eating junk food or whatever, Think about it and always look at the perspective from your future self. Will your future self be happy you did this? If yes, then go ahead. But if your future self would be more happy if he could sit on the couch and play video games instead of you, and that with the peace of mind that the taxes are done, the bills are paid, the apartment is clean and the trash has been taken out, well, then you've got your answer. Do the shit now and let your future self enjoy the video games. You will have to do the shit eventually, might as well get it out the way. But it's not just about getting shit done and being productive. We are not machines after all. It's also about a simpler, easier and happier and carefree life. Like doing favors can mean anything really. You can decide. For the beginning, you also can make sure your future self won't hate you. That would be a start. Like if you get blackout drunk and destroy your flat and spread garbage all over the floor, I think your future self will wake up hating you for sure. Or to put it in another way, you will hate yourself because now you have to suffer the consequences, of course. And now turn the whole thing around, make it a game. Try to improve everything you can for your future self. Next day, try to top it and even add to it. Gamify your life and always make your future self more happy and more thankful, and be creative about it. Think about the tiny things in your life and picture yourself what you could do that will make tomorrow better, whatever that might mean. This can be as complex as retirement savings or a career change or getting super healthy and super fit. Or it can be also the simple things like preparing the coffee machine the night before, or what I used to do was hiding a candy bar somewhere in the house so later I can find it and be happy I have some junk food. Or answering the email right away instead of procrastinating would be another tiny thing. And with time, and if you do this more and more, your future self will be more and more thankful. And of course, make it fun, go wild. Think of ridiculous things you could do today that will make your future self happy or would make the life easier for your future self. And step by step, day by day, life gets better, more organized and easier. Some might frame it as delaying gratification, but it's a bit more to it than that. It's not just about putting in the hard work now instead of later. It's also about what you really want out of life, and it involves small favors that will just make your life more enjoyable. Grinding is awesome, but also think about getting a break now and then and enjoy the stuff and have fun. Invest money, but also give yourself permission to splurge on a vacation. So basically, live every day like your future self will be content and happy. Your future self will probably also hate you if you do nothing but work. That gets exhausting and you need downtime. And this goes for the micro and macro level. The micro level would be like putting your clothes out the night before, and you could extrapolate the concept to the absolute macro level, which basically means you will die by old age with the feeling and thought that you have done everything right in your life and accomplished everything what you wanted to accomplish. Now you probably can 100% your life and have no regrets whatsoever. That's probably not possible, but at least you can minimize the regrets. Start to treat your life like a game and grind and be proactive and level up and do favors, all for your future self. So let's go to the benefits of this concept. There are obviously a lot of benefits thinking like this, but just to name a few, it of course reduces stress. You will automatically have less stress in your life, if you have any at all, because there will be no more last-minute rushes or unpleasant surprises. You are taking care of things now and you are proactive, right? At least that's the thought. So this comes as no surprise. No more panic about deadlines and a relaxed and enjoyable life. You will have improved decision making. When you plan ahead, you are making decisions under less pressure. You have more time to think and you can make better decisions and more informed decisions. And that will lead to more favorable outcomes. Enhanced productivity and efficiency will automatically emerge as well. When you prepare in advance and plan ahead, you will streamline processes. And you are trying to be more efficient to make life easier for your future self, like it just comes naturally with time. That will increase your productivity level like tenfold. And by increasing your productivity level, it will in turn allow you to set and achieve your short-term and long-term goals more effectively. It clearly has financial benefits as well, like obviously you want your future self to have more money, right? Who wouldn't want that? You might not make it to Lambo land, but a decent retirement plan should be doable. And it has a lot of personal development benefits as well, like building skills and getting more knowledgeable to succeed professionally or in your personal life. And if you learn new skills, you will also benefit from the confidence boosts, of course. You are mastering challenges and you are setting yourself up for mastering future challenges. And the future challenges get easier, of course, and you get the gist. Health benefits is another great one. I mean, adopting habits that will make sure you will have a good health in the future is an obvious conclusion if you want to approach life with this mindset. And for your mental health, it also reduces anxiety, because if you take steps to prepare for the future, it gives you peace of mind. Always preparing and being proactive will make you more reliable, which can enhance your relationships. And last but not least, you increase your opportunities. Being ready for the future can allow you to take advantage of these opportunities when they arise, rather than missing them due to lack of preparation. You see, this simple mindset will have a ripple effect and has a lot of benefits in the long run. I'm sure there's more, but let's just move on for now. So, examples. Let's give you some examples so you have a better picture of what I'm talking about here. What favors can you do for your future self? Well, let's get the obvious stuff out of the way first. And of course, my favorite one, setting up a to-do list. As a productivity nerd, I have to include this. I can't live without my to-do list anymore. Creating a weekly or daily to-do list just makes your future days less stressful and more productive. You also don't have to think about what you gotta do all the time and don't need to remember everything. Just go by your list and set yourself up for success. Meal prepping is great. Meal prepping is awesome. Should have started this earlier. Prepping your meals for the whole week, even if it's just cutting the vegetables or cooking the pasta, will save you a ton of time, and most importantly, it will make you eat more healthy stuff, because you can just quickly warm something up, throw it in a pan instead of ordering pizza. It also saves you a lot of money too, especially if you have a busy week. It's just incredible how meal prepping will make you choose the cheaper and healthier option every day. And with that, we come to saving money. And of course, automate your savings. Just save money and invest. The more money you will have in the bank and in investments, the more peace of mind you will have about the future and about your job. Always have an emergency buffer in your account, and if shit hits the fan and you have an unexpected expense, you have money ready. Make a budget, plan ahead and invest, and grow your money to set you up for a carefree future in terms of well-being and financial success. Prepare the clothes for the next day. Simple, effective, saves you time. If you wake up in the morning, you are good to go. No thinking about what you will wear, because the decision has already been made. And since we are talking about the night before, tidy up before you go to bed. Prepare for the morning. I have a checklist that's called the Daily Reset. It's scheduled every evening and pops up as a reminder. And when I wake up the next day, everything is clean, prepared, and in order to start the day. This can be really simple things like just preparing the coffee machine or putting the plates out for the breakfast on the kitchen counter or something. Like it sounds, like it sounds minuscule, and it is minuscule, but if you do a lot of these tiny things, it will have a ripple effect you can't even imagine. We'll talk about this more in a minute. Let's get on with the list. So setting reminders is good. Just relieve your future self of the burden to have to remember things, like just set reminders for everything. Your future self will have a much easier life if the job of remembering things is outsourced to your phone. Like, use your mental energy for the important stuff. Stop trying to remember everything yourself. Your future self will thank you, especially if you forgot something and suddenly the reminder comes up and you go, oh, that's right, I got this appointment and that thing coming up. Another great one is the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule from David Allen's Getting Things Done is a good example of this. If it takes you less than 2 minutes, just do it. It's done. Your future self won't have to worry about it. Answer the email, pay the bill, reply to the text, put the dishes in the dishwasher right away. The small things. Just do them immediately. Of course, exercise and eating healthy, obvious, but also not that easy, at least for me. It gets better, but I had my problems with this for a long time. Just move, exercise, and eat healthy. You will feel much better. Your future self will thank you, and you will be more productive, and you will live longer, and so on, all the good stuff. Another one is do backups. Back up your digital life. Your future self will thank you if shit hits the fan. Trust me, I know from experience. Learn stuff. That's a pretty broad one, but let's put it in here. Learn stuff. Learning is always a good way to set yourself up for success and make your future self happy. Leaving notes for your future self is a small gesture. It's a nice one. If you have notes or to-do apps or calendars or something, leave yourself notes and reminders that will pop up in months or years down the road. It's really cool to be surprised by random reminders and notifications on your phone, which you wrote like ages ago. Find some nice words, write about your goals, write about your plans. It's awesome if you read this stuff later, and especially if it's something about your goals and it really came true and you really accomplished this stuff, it will make you happy. Automate stuff. Yeah, automating is a big one, and one of my favorites. Save your future self work. Be efficient. Really think about how to be more efficient with everything you do. Create templates, macros, code projects, processes, improve workflows, streamline stuff, or just do simple things like setting up auto bill pay just to make your life easier. Just automate things. I love automating things. Frees up resources for other things and makes your life easier, always, like way easier. Like, create email templates for calling in sick for work. Imagine waking up totally sick and exhausted and with a headache or whatever, and suddenly no need to think what to write, how to formulate it, who to send it to. Just fill out the template with the current date and send. I actually have 2 of these sick templates. One for the first day and one after I have been to the doctor and in case I want to extend my sick leave. Just push the button, put in the date, push the button, done. I also have a lot of scripts and code projects that just automate stuff in my life. I even automated shit posting. It's a grown job which posts a random meme every day on my blog. That should give you a good idea. I have scripts that talk with the YNAB API. I have stuff that talks with the Todoist API. backup scripts, updating stuff automatically, install scripts, you name it. I even have command line aliases to post something on my blog or to play a random South Park episode when I need to watch something during lunch. Even trying to automate the most ridiculous and most insignificant things in my life, even if it just saves me like 2 or 3 clicks. If I can write a script for it, I will. But let's go on. I should probably do an extra video on that sometime in the future. Planning your week ahead of time. Planning your week will make you more productive during the week. It will make you focus on the important stuff and it will bring order into the chaos and you will have a more structured life. Your future self will thank you for sure. Your future self will probably have to work hard depending on how you plan, and you might curse a bit and be busy the whole week, but after a productive week with a lot of progress, you will feel amazing. Organize your workspace. Yeah, since we are just talking about bringing order into the chaos, just have a clean working environment. Saves time and makes you more productive, really. But let's not overdo it with the productivity tips. Check out my other playlists if you are interested. Let's focus on the small things that will make your future self happy. Not necessarily productive. It's not all about grind set, it's about more joyful life, remember? Like, you could just plan a trip or vacation right now. You want to make your future self happy? Just book a random, spontaneous vacation in a few months. Right now, do it, push the button, pause the video, book a vacation. Okay. Which also brings me to the next point. Go out of your comfort zone. If you go out of your comfort zone more, you will live a happier and more awesome life. Because life begins at the end of your comfort zone after all. You might not feel it right away when you take the first steps, but later you will feel awesome that you did the thing, whatever the thing might be you initially were scared of. Another small thing you can do is leave some candy or chocolate or something in your drawer or somewhere in the house. Like I mentioned earlier, if you find it later, you will think, wow, cool, a chocolate bar or something. In the past, I had a box in my cabinet which was literally labeled Future Self. I just put delicious sweets or drinks or whatever in there for later from time to time. Or for bad days when I needed some junk food for stress relief or something, or the next staycation, or months later you will be, wow, awesome, so many snacks. It's a stupid idea, but it really brought me some joy. Yeah, but I don't do that anymore because I want to lose weight and just eat healthy as much as possible. So the junk food and eating healthy thing kind of conflicts. So the box has been retired, but it's an example. Well, let's just stop here with the examples. I think you get the gist. Get creative. Think of new things to do favors for your future self all the time, every day. If you just keep doing this, you will see a lot of improvement in your life over time. The compounding. I talk about this a lot and I'm always repeating myself, but this stuff compounds. It really does. The good habits, being proactive, improving stuff, automating stuff, the tiny changes, the minuscule things, the incremental steps, it just all adds up over time. Every little thing counts, even if it's trivial. After time, you will realize stuff improves, you will improve more, you will change more things, and you will make more minor adjustments. And then it's like a snowball effect. You get better and better and better and over time, and you will feel more motivated, skilled, competent to work even harder and to make things even more better. And after a long time frame, you will start to see your life improve exponentially in every dimension. Like I'm currently on a base level of productivity in my personal life I would have never thought was possible, at least for me. coming home after work and continue grinding to make my life better, improving things, organizing things, working on my hobbies, coding, putting out content, like every day, no 0 days. It just gets easier and gets more habitual. It's just like who I am now. A few years ago, the work I'm currently doing in a week would have taken me several months or up to a year even if I would have done these things at all. Stuff no longer happens to me, I just make stuff happen. What today is classified a quote bad and unproductive day would have been considered a really good and productive day a few years ago. I'm not kidding. The bar just is so much higher now for myself. I feel like I could stop anytime and enjoy the fruits of my efforts and just kick back and relax. But I don't want to, at least not yet. I just want to do more. It gets addictive. Fucking grind set is real, you guys. Grind set. I love the grind. So, summary. So to summarize my thoughts here and come to an end, just do favors for your future self all the time. Be creative about it, think about what will make you happy, put yourself in the shoes of your future self and imagine what you could do to improve things. This can be small things like doing chores or really big things like retirement savings. It can be obvious things like living healthy, but also random minuscule things like hiding candy to find data for leaving notes for your future self. Just shift your mindset and just do favors for your future self. Over time, your life will improve, you will be happier and more productive and have an easier life. Like, I cannot stress this enough, your life will be so much easier. You will free up time, resources and energy and motivation to do even better tomorrow. And then you can just decide to double down and doing even more things for your future self or chill, I don't know. But if you do this long enough, the compound effect kicks in and you will be really surprised of how much things can improve. Set yourself up for success. You earned it. If you want to know more about the stuff, check out my self-improvement playlist or check out my productivity playlist if you want to get more productive, or my personal finance stuff if you want to get into investing. Everything down in the video description. Like, subscribe and comment. Your future self probably won't be thankful for that, but I will be. Do it for the almighty YouTube algorithm. I hope you found some value in this video, and as always, thank you for watching, and I see you next time on the ToasterBotnet.